Hey there, wildlife fans. Welcome back to the Best of the Beasts arena, the only place where the roar of the crowd is matched by the roar of nature's fiercest contenders. We've got a show lined up for you today that'll make your heart pound like a drum solo. Forget those staged matches. We're talking about real deal, no-holds-barred battles for survival. You think that argument you had last week was rough? Think again. These animals are facing down their rivals with everything on the line. Food, territory, even the right to exist. It all comes down to these epic showdowns. So, buckle up, grab your virtual popcorn, and get ready for a wild ride, because things are about to get seriously intense. We're talking about the kind of clashes that make you realize Mother Nature doesn't mess around. Razor-sharp claws, bone-crushing jaws, and a whole lot of grit. These animals come ready to fight for their place in the world. And believe me, they don't care who they have to step on to get it. Now, some of you might be thinking, animal fights? Sounds kind of brutal. And yeah, it can be. But stick with me, because there's so much more to it than just tooth and claw. We're not just here to gawk at violence. We're here to understand it. These battles are like windows into the heart of the wild, revealing the raw power and incredible strategies that drive survival in the animal kingdom. Behind every snarl, every charge, every desperate struggle, there's a story unfolding. A story of survival against the odds, of cunning tactics and lightning-fast reflexes. We're going to break down these fights, analyze the moves, and uncover the hidden language of nature's grand arena. Think of it like this. Imagine watching a UFC fight, but instead of two guys in a cage, it's a lion taking on a pack of hyenas, or a giant squid battling a sperm whale in the depths of the ocean. We're talking high stakes, no rules combat with the future of entire species hanging in the balance. We've all seen squirrels squabbling over acorns or pigeons puffing up their chests over a stray breadcrumb. These everyday encounters, as small as they seem, hold echoes of the epic battles we're about to witness. It's the same drive to survive, the same instinct to protect what's theirs, that plays out on a grander scale in the wild. But we're not just sticking to the familiar. We're going global, diving deep into jungles, soaring high above mountains, and even plunging into the ocean depths to bring you the most incredible showdowns nature has to offer. From the frozen Arctic to the scorching savanna, prepare to be amazed by the sheer diversity and ferocity of the animal kingdom. Ever wonder what happens when a grizzly bear meets a pack of wolves on a snowy mountainside? Or how about a clash of titans between a hippopotamus and a crocodile in the murky depths of an African river? Get ready to find out, because we're about to answer those questions and more. So, whether you're a die-hard animal enthusiast or just curious about the wilder side of life, this is the video for you. Get ready to have your mind blown by the sheer power, agility, and intelligence on display as we count down some of the most incredible fights ever captured on film. We're talking battles that will leave you breathless, moments of courage and cunning that will redefine what you thought you knew about the animal kingdom. So sit back, relax, and prepare to witness the raw power of nature, unleashed. Okay, folks, let's get real for a second. I know what you're thinking. Animal fights? Isn't that a bit, well, barbaric? And yeah, on the surface, it might seem that way. But trust me, there's a whole lot more going on beneath those bared fangs and flashing claws. These aren't just random acts of aggression, they're calculated risks, strategic maneuvers, and desperate gambles for survival. Out in the wild, it's a constant game of eat or be eaten. Every creature, big or small, is fighting for its right to exist, to secure resources, and to ensure the continuation of its lineage. These fights, as brutal as they can be, are essential to maintaining the delicate balance of nature. Think about it. Without predators keeping prey, populations in check, ecosystems would collapse. Without competition for mates, genetic diversity would dwindle. These battles, as harsh as they may seem, are the very foundation upon which the natural world is built. Now, before we dive into the thick of it, let's set the stage. In the animal kingdom, fighting isn't just about brute force. It's a complex dance of instinct, strategy, and often even restraint. There are rules, even in the wildest corners of our planet, unspoken but understood, that govern these life or death encounters. Animals often engage in elaborate displays of strength and intimidation before resorting to physical combat. Think of it like a pre-fight ritual, a way to size up the opponent and avoid unnecessary bloodshed. A roar, a hiss, a puffing of chests. These signals can often be enough to deter a rival and prevent a full-blown brawl. But when those lines are crossed and diplomacy fails, these animals are equipped with an arsenal of natural weapons and fighting styles honed over millennia of evolution. From the bone-crushing jaws of a hippopotamus to the lightning-fast strikes of a cobra, each creature brings its own unique brand of combat to the arena. Here's the thing about these battles. They're rarely predictable. Sure, size and strength play a role, but they're not always the deciding factors. Sometimes it's the smallest, most agile creature that outsmarts its larger opponent. Other times, it's a stroke of pure luck that determines the victor. We're going to see incredible displays of cunning and adaptability, moments where the underdog defies the odds and emerges victorious. We'll witness the raw power of instinct taking over, as animals push their bodies to the limit in a desperate bid for survival. And you know what? It's not always pretty. These are real fights with real consequences. But it's in these moments of vulnerability, of desperation, that we truly see the indomitable spirit of the wild. From prey to powerhouse. Unexpected heroes. The animal kingdom is full of surprises. Creatures you might think of as prey turn the tables on their attackers. Water buffalo fiercely protect their herds, charging headfirst into danger. Baboons band together to fend off leopards. The honey badger, small but tenacious, fears nothing. Now, don't get me wrong, we're not just focusing on the underdog stories. We're also going to witness the titans of the animal kingdom, clashing in battles of epic proportions. Think grizzly bears facing off against packs of wolves, or great white sharks patrolling their underwater domains against rival predators. We'll delve into the world of apex predators, those at the top of the food chain, and explore the intricate power dynamics that govern their interactions. From the stealthy hunt of a Siberian tiger to the cooperative takedown of a wildebeest by a pack of hyenas, we'll witness the raw power and hunting prowess of these incredible creatures. But even among the top dogs, there's always a hierarchy, a constant struggle for dominance and control. We'll see how these animals establish and maintain their positions of power, whether through brute force, cunning strategy, or a combination of both. As we journey deeper into the heart of these animal battles, we'll start to see beyond the violence and appreciate the intricate tapestry of life and death that unfolds in the wild. These fights, as brutal as they can be, are a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the constant struggle for survival that defines the natural world. We'll witness the raw power of nature, both awe-inspiring and humbling, as we see predators bring down their prey, scavengers fight for scraps, and the cycle of life continues. And through it all, we'll gain a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all living things and the delicate balance that sustains life on our planet. So, get ready to have your perceptions challenged, your emotions stirred, and your mind blown wide open as we explore the greatest fights in the animal kingdom, right here in the Best of the Beasts arena. All right, beast lovers. Let's kick things off with a classic showdown, the lion versus the buffalo. Lions, with their razor-sharp claws and bone-crushing jaws, are practically built for taking down large prey. But the African buffalo is not your average prey animal. They're tough, aggressive, and can turn the tables on even the most confident lion. It's a battle of raw power, sheer determination, and a bit of luck. Imagine the sun setting over the African savanna, casting long shadows across the golden grasslands. A pride of lions, their bellies rumbling with hunger, has set their sights on a herd of buffalo. The stage is set for a primal battle for survival. Now, here's where things get interesting. Lions, as formidable as they are outnumbered. A single buffalo might fall prey to a well-coordinated lion attack, but these herbivores have a secret weapon: their herd. These guys stick together like glue, forming a formidable wall of muscle and horn that can send chills down the spine of even the bravest lion. When threatened, buffaloes don't scatter. They circle the wagon, so to speak, their calves huddled in the center, protected by a ring of massive horns and sheer determination. It's an impressive display of unity and strength, a testament to the power of teamwork in the face of danger. But the lions, they're persistent. They circle the herd, testing their defenses, looking for a weak spot, a moment of vulnerability. The air crackles with anticipation, the ground trembling beneath the weight of these heavyweights as they prepare to collide. The lions might have speed and agility on their side, but the buffaloes have sheer mass and an unyielding determination to protect their own. It's a battle of attrition, a test of endurance and strategy, as each side tries to outmaneuver the other. When it comes to sheer toughness, the water buffalo takes the cake. Built like tanks, with thick hides that can withstand punishment. And those horns? Weapons of mass destruction, capable of tossing a lion through the air. It's not just about strength. They're surprisingly agile, with quick turns and bursts of speed. And let's not forget their bravery, charging headfirst into danger to protect their herd. The crocodile's surprise challenger. A battle for the ages. Now let's shift gears and head to the water, where another epic battle is about to unfold. The challenger comes in a most unexpected form, the honey badger. Yes, the fearless honey badger isn't afraid to take on a predator many times its size. The crocodile explodes from the depths, its jaws snapping shut with bone-crushing force. But the honey badger, quick as a flash, leaps back, narrowly avoiding the jaws of death. David and Goliath. A small mammal with a big bite. Now you might be wondering, what chance does a little critter like a honey badger have against a prehistoric predator like a crocodile? The honey badger might be small, but it's got a few tricks up its sleeve. They've got incredibly powerful jaws and sharp teeth. And let's not forget those claws. But the honey badger's secret weapon is its sheer tenacity. What started as an easy meal has turned into a battle for survival. Predator versus predator. When worlds collide. So far, we've seen herbivores bravely defending themselves against hungry predators. But what happens when two apex predators, at the top of their respective food chains, cross paths? Get ready for a whole new level of intensity, folks, because things are about to get wild. Imagine this. A Siberian tiger, the undisputed ruler of the Asian taiga, ventures into the territory of a North American grizzly bear, a massive predator with a reputation for raw power and aggression. These two titans, rarely encountering each other in the wild, are suddenly forced to confront each other, their instincts screaming for dominance. The tension is palpable, the air thick with the scent of musk and danger. Both animals are at the peak of their physical prowess, their bodies honed by evolution for hunting and killing. The tiger, sleek and agile, relies on speed, stealth, and those razor-sharp claws to take down its prey. The grizzly, on the other hand, is a brute force powerhouse, its massive size and bone-crushing bite capable of taking down animals much larger than itself. It's a clash of styles, a battle of brute strength versus cunning agility, a true test of who reigns supreme in the animal kingdom. The ultimate face-off. A fight for supremacy. The tiger and the grizzly bear circle each other, their eyes locked in a primal dance of challenge and defiance. The tiger, with its lightning-fast reflexes, might try to outmaneuver the bear, striking from the side or rear with those deadly claws. The bear, however, is no pushover. Its thick hide provides some protection against those razor-sharp claws, and its sheer size and strength make it difficult to knock down. If the bear manages to get a hold of the tiger with its powerful jaws, it could be game over. The forest floor becomes a battleground, the air filled with the sounds of snarls, roars, and the clash of claws against teeth. It's a fight for dominance, for territory, for the right to be called the apex predator of its domain. Only one can emerge victorious. This, my friends, is what the best of the beasts arena is all about. Witnessing the raw power and majesty of the animal kingdom, understanding the forces that drive these creatures to fight, and marveling at the incredible diversity and resilience of life on our planet. Beyond brute force. The art of war in the wild. So far, we've seen some pretty intense brawls, right? But here's the thing about these animal showdowns. It's not always about who's the biggest or the strongest. In fact, some of the most incredible battles are won not by brute force, but by brains, strategy, and a whole lot of cunning. It's like watching a nature documentary directed by Sun Tzu, author of The Art of War. Think about it. A lone wolf wouldn't stand a chance against a bison in a straight-up brawl. But by using its intelligence, agility, and knowledge of the terrain, it can wear down its larger prey, isolating it from the herd and exploiting its weaknesses. It's a classic case of brains over brawn. And it's not just wolves. From the cunning traps of a spider to the lightning-fast strikes of a praying mantis, the animal kingdom is full of examples of creatures using strategy and skill to overcome their opponents. These animals have been fighting for survival for millions of years, and they've learned a thing or two about winning, even when the odds are stacked against them. Feints, dodges, and counterattacks, unleashing the animal within. Now, I'm not saying these animals are out there reading Machiavelli or practicing their jujitsu moves, but watching these battles unfold, you can't help but be amazed by the instinctive fighting techniques they display. We're talking feints, dodges, counterattacks, and even the occasional dirty trick. It's like watching a UFC fight choreographed by Mother Nature herself. Take, for example, the humble mongoose, a creature known for its epic battles against highly venomous cobras. Now, the mongoose isn't immune to cobra venom, but it has lightning-fast reflexes and an uncanny ability to anticipate the snake's movements. It's like a furry little ninja, dodging and weaving, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Or consider the aerial dogfights of birds of prey, where falcons and hawks engage in breathtaking displays of speed, agility, and aerial combat. These birds can pull off maneuvers that would make a fighter pilot jealous, twisting and turning in midair, their talons bared, as they battle for supremacy of the skies. The mind of a fighter. Instinct and strategy collide. Now, you might be wondering, how much of this fighting prowess is instinct, and how much is calculated strategy? It's a question that has fascinated scientists and animal behaviorists for decades. And while there's no easy answer, it's clear that both instinct and learning play a role in shaping an animal's fighting style. On the one hand, animals are born with certain instincts, hardwired responses to danger, and opportunities that help them survive. A gazelle doesn't need to be taught to run from a lion. It's an instinct that's been honed over millennia of evolution. Similarly, a lion cub might instinctively stalk and pounce on its littermates, developing the skills it will need to hunt and survive in the wild. But instinct can only take you so far. Animals also learn from experience, observing their parents, siblings, and rivals, developing their own unique fighting styles based on their strengths, weaknesses, and the challenges they face in their environment. A young wolf, for example, might learn from its packmates how to coordinate its movements during a hunt, increasing its chances of success. Teamwork makes the dream work. Cooperative combat in the animal kingdom. Speaking of teamwork, let's not forget about the power of cooperation in the animal kingdom. While many battles are fought one-on-one, there are plenty of examples of animals teaming up to take down larger prey or defend their territory from rivals. From the coordinated hunts of lion prides to the defensive formations of musk oxen, teamwork can be the ultimate weapon in the animal kingdom. One of the most impressive examples of cooperative combat comes from the African wild dog, a highly social predator that relies on teamwork to bring down prey much larger than itself. These dogs communicate with each other using a complex system of vocalizations and body language, coordinating their movements and wearing down their prey until it's exhausted and vulnerable. And let's not forget about the humble ant, a tiny creature that, on its own, might seem insignificant. But ants, as we all know, are masters of teamwork. When faced with a threat, ants will band together, forming a living carpet of biting jaws and stinging abdomens, overwhelming their opponents with sheer numbers. From generation to generation, the legacy of fighting skills. Now, here's something to think about. These fighting skills, these strategies and techniques, aren't just random behaviors. They're the result of millions of years of evolution, passed down from generation to generation, constantly refined and adapted to ensure the survival of the species. It's a legacy of combat, written in the very DNA of these creatures. Think about it. Every time a lion successfully takes down a zebra, every time a mongoose outmaneuvers a cobra, every time a pack of wild dogs coordinates a successful hunt, it reinforces those behaviors, making it more likely that those genes will be passed on to the next generation. It's natural selection at its finest, the survival of the fittest, the smartest, and the most adaptable. And as environments change, as new predators emerge and old prey disappears, these fighting styles will continue to evolve, ensuring that the animal kingdom remains a dynamic and ever-changing arena of combat and survival. Respect the game. Honoring the warriors of the wild. As we've seen, the animal kingdom is a wild and unforgiving place where survival is a daily struggle, and every creature, from the smallest insect to the largest predator, is a fighter in its own right. These animals might not fight for glory or fame, but for their very existence, for the right to eat, to mate, to raise their young. So the next time you witness an animal fight, whether it's a backyard brawl between squirrels or a life or death struggle between predators, take a moment to appreciate the raw power and instinct on display. These animals are the ultimate warriors, honed by evolution, driven by instinct, and fighting for something far greater than themselves, the survival of their species. Let's respect the game, folks, and honor the warriors of the wild. Lessons from the battlefield. What animal fights teach us about ourselves. Incredible displays of strength, agility, and determination. These battles offer a glimpse into the raw power of nature. They teach us about survival and perseverance. Animals adapt and fight for their right to exist. We can learn to face our own challenges head-on. Resilience. Bouncing back from nature's hard knocks. One of the most important lessons we can learn from the animal kingdom is the power of resilience. These creatures, they get knocked down, injured, sometimes even left for dead. But time and time again, we see them bouncing back, licking their wounds, and coming back stronger than ever. They don't dwell on their setbacks. They learn from them, adapt, and keep on fighting. Think about the lioness who loses her kill to a pack of hyenas. It's a tough break, no doubt, but she doesn't give up. She gathers her pride, regroups, and goes out hunting again. Or the young elephant who loses its mother to poachers. It's a heartbreaking loss, but the young elephant, surrounded by its herd, finds the strength to carry on. We all face setbacks in life. It's inevitable, but it's how we respond to those setbacks that defines us. Do we let them break us, or do we use them as opportunities to grow, to learn, to become more resilient? Adaptability. Evolving to survive in a changing world. The animal kingdom is in a constant state of flux. Environments change, new predators emerge, and prey species develop new defenses. To survive in this ever-changing world, animals need to be adaptable, able to adjust their behavior, their hunting strategies, and even their physical characteristics to thrive in their environment. Take, for example, the peppered moth, a species that evolved during the Industrial Revolution in England. As soot from factories darkened the trees, the lighter-colored moths became easy prey for birds. But a small percentage of moths had a genetic mutation that made them darker, allowing them to blend in with the polluted trees and survive. Over time, this darker variety of moth became dominant. Or consider the remarkable adaptations of animals living in extreme environments, like the polar bear with its thick fur and blubber for insulation, or the camel with its ability to store water and withstand extreme temperatures in the desert. Just like these animals, we humans are remarkably adaptable creatures. We can learn new skills, adjust to new environments, and overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles. The key is to embrace change, to be willing to step outside our comfort zones and evolve in the face of new challenges. The power of teamwork. United, we stand, divided we fall. We've seen it time and time again in these animal battles. There's strength in numbers. Whether it's a pack of wolves coordinating their movements during a hunt, a herd of musk oxen forming a defensive circle, or a colony of ants working together to build a massive nest, teamwork can be the difference between success and failure, even life and death. Think about it. A single ant on its own is practically insignificant. But together, ants can accomplish incredible feats, building complex structures, farming fungi, and even waging war against rival colonies. Their strength lies in their unity, their willingness to work together towards a common goal. We humans are social creatures by nature. We crave connection, belonging, and the support of others. And when we work together, when we combine our skills, talents, and perspectives, we can achieve amazing things. Whether it's building a business, raising a family, or simply supporting our friends and loved ones, teamwork makes the dream work. Beyond strength. The importance of intelligence and strategy. Now, I'm not saying that physical strength isn't important in the animal kingdom. Clearly, it plays a role. But as we've seen, it's not always the biggest or the strongest animal that wins the fight. Often, it's the smartest, the most adaptable, the one with the best strategy. Think about the octopus, a master of disguise and escape, able to change its skin color and texture to blend in with its surroundings, squeeze through tiny spaces, and even detach its own arm to escape a predator's grasp. Or the crow, a bird known for its intelligence and problem-solving abilities, able to use tools, recognize human faces, and even plan for the future. We humans might not be the biggest or the strongest creatures on the planet, but we have one thing going for us: our brains. We have the capacity for abstract thought, problem-solving, and innovation. And it's these qualities, not just our physical strength, that have allowed us to thrive on this planet. So, what have we learned from our journey into the heart of the animal kingdom? We've seen the raw power of nature, the fierce struggle for survival, and the incredible adaptations that allow animals to thrive. But we've also glimpsed something deeper, something universal, that connects us to these creatures. The fighting spirit, the will to survive, the capacity for resilience, adaptability, and even compassion. We all have our own battles to fight, our own obstacles to overcome. Remember the lessons from these wild encounters. Find your inner resilience. Tap into that wellspring of strength and keep moving forward. Remember the power of teamwork. In the game of life, it's the smartest, most adaptable, and most determined who win. Well, folks, there you have it. We've journeyed through jungles, stalked across savannas, and plunged into the depths of the ocean to witness some of the most incredible battles in the animal kingdom. We've seen predators clash, prey fight back, and the raw power of nature unleashed in all its glory. But even though the dust has settled on these epic showdowns, the roar of the wild still echoes in our ears. Because these battles aren't just isolated events, they're a constant reminder of the forces that shape life on our planet. The struggle for survival, the drive to adapt, and the enduring power of instinct. And those lessons, my friends, those are something we can carry with us long after we've logged off and gone back to our daily lives. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Aren't these fights, well, kind of brutal? And yeah, there's no denying that nature can be harsh. But it's important to remember that these battles aren't about some kind of barbaric bloodlust. They're about survival. They're about securing resources, protecting territory, and ensuring the continuation of a species. And while there might be a clear winner and loser in the moment, in the grand scheme of things, it's all part of a delicate balance. Predators keep prey, populations in check, preventing overgrazing and maintaining the health of the ecosystem. Prey animals, in turn, evolve new defenses, becoming faster, stronger, and more cunning. It's a constant arms race, a back-and-forth dance between predator and prey that has been going on for millions of years, shaping the incredible diversity and resilience of life on our planet. So, whether you're a die-hard animal enthusiast or just curious about the wilder side of life, I hope this video has given you a newfound appreciation for the incredible creatures that share our planet and the epic battles they wage every single day. But more importantly, I hope it sparked a sense of wonder and a desire to learn more about the natural world and our place within it. Because the more we understand about the animal kingdom, the more we understand about ourselves. If you're anything like me, you're probably already itching for more amazing animal encounters. Well, don't worry, Beast fans, because the adventure doesn't have to end here. There's a whole world of incredible wildlife footage out there, just waiting to be discovered. So, fire up those streaming services, dust off those nature books, or even better, grab your binoculars and head outside. You never know what amazing creatures you might encounter right in your own backyard. Now, I want to hear from you. What was your favorite animal battle from the video? What surprised you the most? Did any of these encounters challenge your perceptions of the animal kingdom? Let's keep the conversation going in the comments below. Share your thoughts, ask questions, and let's learn from each other. That's all for now, Beast fans. Thanks for joining me on this wild ride. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future adventures into the heart of the animal kingdom. Until next time, stay curious, stay wild, and I'll see you in the wild.